Okay, here's the Cub Cadet Ultima ZT1 Excavator attachment. This is the third tryout. The first tryout, I built it so heavy duty you could put this thing on the back of a friggin' full-size John Deere tractor, you know, the big ones with the big back wheels. I made it with really heavy duty 3/8. This 3/8, it would weigh about 100 pounds just for the one bar almost. So I put in much lighter, much thinner bars. Had to basically rebuild the whole thing. Then after that, its first test out, this was the what I had. Operating the arm, and you can see the improvement I've done. It's not painted yet because I'm testing out this time, because as you can see, this was all painted. And rather crappy too. I didn't get the slag off it. I forgot before I painted it, but I was just going to go back and do it later. But then it bent to crap and didn't even matter. So, so this is going to be the first significant tryout that I'm believing is going to work fine now. Because the only failure point last time was that the angle of the bucket wasn't enough when scooping, and that's repaired by changing the angle on this arm to bring it up higher, and this angle gets that bucket coming up further so the load doesn't try to fall out as you're raising the arm to dump it in the truck. So here we're going to do a demonstration. I'm going to turn this fan back on just so it'll clear the exhaust out of the room. rained last night pretty hard, so the ground's still pretty wet. So you generally won't want to be using this when the ground's real wet, simply because, you know, I got 80 pounds on the back in steel plates, but that's even not enough. You can show them the steel plates. You can see that's a power steering pump for a Chevy. So I got the belt switch for the motor blade. That activates the hydraulics. Obviously, the reserve quick disconnect. That's just technical.
You need to go forward. You need to go forward.
Not until I'm out. I don't want to run and hit the wagon. That's the belt squeaking. The belt on this is so loose it requires so little force that you can actually grab the belt and move it this far. It's just so very, very loose belt. It doesn't hardly require any force from the pump to run these. The pump's an 1800 psi pump. I turned this down to where I'm probably running about 800 psi, and it's still more than it needs. So that's about it that I can do with the trailer. Noise you hear is the belt slipping. So no bending here. Let's do the ultimate test. Bending. Successful first test. Successful first test. Real test. Well, actually, successful second real test. The first real test was bent the crap out of that piece you saw. So now this is a heavier piece here. These are much lighter weight, but I did them to really take the weight off this because it was so heavy in the front. When I first put it together, I wasn't even done. I just put the bucket. I don't think the bucket was even on it yet. And I was trying to back into the garage, and the wheels were just spinning. I could barely back it from that garage to this garage. So definitely much better now. This I probably removed almost 100 pounds from the front. Then I put the 80-pound plates on the back. Each one of these is approximately 20 pounds worth of weight. So you can see I was able to scoop up and move and load and back up. And backing up's the real thing. Going forward's not as bad, but backing up if you lose traction. And that was even in the kind of muddy soil. You can see from this tire, it's definitely full of mud. So
You have lots of ants on your foot. You stood on the...
Oh yeah, I did.
Shake, stomp.
They can't get me. I haven't gotten bit in my boots yet. I got poison to kill these fire ants and I keep not getting it out here. I gotta do it. So anyway, I've really been working on this. Successful test. Now, come over here, I'll show you. This part here, as you can see, there's a tube inside of there, and this part is on the outside. So you can literally, with lots of strength now, pick this up after you pull out these bolts. One bolt on either side, this whole thing will slide up. So I'll put a furniture dolly under here, set the weight down on here. I'll have a couple of angle irons that are going to be welded here, and those trailer hitch wheels. I'll be able to just stick 2 bolts through temporarily, roll them up, and it'll slide this whole thing up in the air, and it'll be sitting on the furniture dolly wheels and 2 wheels here, and this will be able to be rolled around wherever, disconnected. This part tilts up. I don't tilt up a ways, so it'll be, up to here, and then you tighten these down. This is on a pivot, so this will tilt up and get mostly out of the way, and it'll be a package, a floor space about the size of a refrigerator is all the floor space this will take up during storage. Because obviously you don't use this constantly, at least for me. This is just for me. I didn't build this to rent my services out. So obviously if I was wanting to rent services out digging, I would buy a bigger machine. But this is just for me to do all the things around here. We've got some sidewalks we want to do. We want to build a small shop, and we're going to have to level the ground. And you can see this does really good scrapings. So we're going to scrape level the ground where our shop is going to be, and then we'll use this for loading and unloading the bigger trailer to put, lay down the gravel on top of the plastic and then compact it. So this will be a very, very, very handy. I'm also building another bucket, which I'll have in another video. I'm going to build another bucket that faces the other way, that's wider, and that can do a scoop of gravel and lay it out and smooth it so it'll face the other way. And then some other tools. I'll have some new videos. We're putting in new windows. I'm going to put a window lifter adjuster, so I can use this to actually drive up to the opening after the old window's removed and drive it drive it right up and put the window straight in the hole without even having to lift it. So because we're old, we don't want to lift heavy things anymore. So successful test. There we go. Have a great day. I hope you enjoyed this video. Share it with your friends. It's totally cool.